Everybody, it's Mike Young, a digitalnomad.net. I got this emergency thing behind me. I'm not too super excited today. I wanted to make this video now because I recently had a little incident yesterday. You may have seen on the channel. I actually ran down a biker. Okay. It was scary. It could have been so much worse, but thankfully, it wasn't bad at all. It was the least amount of anything it could be. So I kind of just wanted to make a video where I go over, now that I've had time to reflect. I talked to Denise about this yesterday, and just let you know, guys, know what I've learned from this. If you saw the video, I was passing a firehouse and I was actually approaching a greenway crossing across a major road in Reston, Virginia. And that road and the greenway crossing is right before the actual traffic light. It's kind of weird. So there was a fire truck that went out, and then I stopped before the crosswalk, and then I was waiting for the light because all the other cars were stopped in front of me. And then when the light turned green, I waited a few seconds, and then the cars that were in front of me started moving, so I started moving. What I didn't realize was there was a bike flying across that crosswalk. I couldn't see because there was a van that had actually already moved up and stopped and blocking my view. And so I started moving forward. I was only going like 5 miles an hour, but boom, hit that biker. And the minute I saw the biker out of the corner of my eye, I slammed on the brakes, and actually the ABS kicked in. Even though I was only going 5 miles an hour, I could hear the buzzing. The zzz. I could see the biker go down, hit the biker. Turned out the biker's pedal, turning around, hit square in the middle of my bumper and right underneath the Tesla emblem. And so the weight of the car, the 5,300 pounds empty weight, just shoved, and the forward momentum shoved her over. And she was already going driver's side, the passenger side. So she kind of flew off that way and her bike went down. Now I stopped and I was like, hey, are you okay? I put my hazards on and I was like, I could pull off here. Let me see if you're okay. And somebody else came up across the street shortly after that. After all the cars filtered through, somebody else came across, I think that she was riding with, and looked at her and her bike and seemed to indicate it was okay. It looked like it might have been her dad. And I was asking both of them, "Are you guys okay?" And they were more concerned about the bike actually than they were about anything. I wasn't even concerned about my car, the damage. Right? I was concerned because when I feel the weight of that car hit a biker. I don't know if you guys ever experienced that, but let me know in the comments if you've ever run somebody down on a bike. You can tell that biker is completely helpless. And that car, especially if you got a big, heavy electric car, and the Model X is the biggest Tesla out there right now, the heaviest. It just has so much momentum. That biker has no chance, no chance. And, she seemed to be completely fine. And she was more concerned about her chain being knocked off, her crankshaft. That's what they were working on. And I was like, I asked them several times, are you okay? You okay? You're fine? She's like, yeah. I'm like, you're 100% okay. That's what I asked her. Are you 100%? She's like, yes. She's like, you don't have to stop. And I'm like, all right. So I went ahead, and that was the end of that. And then I made my video showing the damage on my car after that. I didn't even look at my car. And turned out that from yesterday's video and then the one I released today, which was kind of me trying to clean it up, it looked really bad. Actually, when I first saw it, it looked like someone had scuffed white paint all over the car. I don't think that was from her bike or anything. I think that was actually the impact and the shredding of the plastic film that I have, that PDF stuff or whatever they call it, SunTech, I don't know what it's called, Sun Warrior. And it's kind of smeared that force and the action, because she was moving fast, her crank was moving fast, my car was moving, and it just smeared it across. I used some like a cleaning solution. After just rubbing it down with water, got a lot of it off. The cleaning solution got even more of it off. But what I realized is that some of it was like actual scuffing in another part of it from the pedal spinning and scuffing it as it went along. It's funny, it's all right underneath the Tesla emblem, because that's the furthest sticking out point of my car. That's all she got. And also there's a slight dent, which, if you can believe that, in the plastic of the bumper, which is weird. I didn't know that you could dent the plastic unless it was a solid impact. And it's not like a big dent. It's like more like a super slight dimple. You can barely even see it there. Maybe it'll pop out over time. I don't know. If you guys know how to fix that, let me know in the comments. But check out the other videos. I will try to link them below so you can see what exactly happened to go along with this explanation. But there's also like a mental part of this. Like I really thought when I first saw the biker and slammed on the brakes that this person's going to be broken bones or dead. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not like I wasn't in the uh law enforcement or military or anything like this, hired hitman, any of these professions, okay? So I'm not used to what the feeling is when you kill somebody, much less almost kill somebody. Because if anything was a little bit off of what had happened and I was just going a little bit faster, it probably would have potentially, crunched her under the car. I mean, that's the next level of what would have happened if I had a little bit more momentum to block her momentum going across, because her momentum isn't much if she's like, a little over 100 pounds and the bike is not much of anything. My car is 5,300 empty. I had other stuff in there too, plus me. Her momentum doesn't stand a chance. I was almost stopped, as you can imagine, in order for it to work out like this. So I'm glad I was able to see there. Obviously, there may be some damage to her bike. I don't know. There's some damage to my car. I don't think I'm going to do anything with it. My car is almost 250,000 miles on it. Do you really think it's even worth it? Let me know in the comments. Man, it's just, and let me know if you've been in an accident like that where literally you've seen someone almost be seriously injured or killed. Because I've never really been in that situation before. Like I said, I kind of keep away from those types of professions. All right. So even the medical profession, because in the medical profession, you'll see something like that. I just keep away from that. So to have that forced in front of me like that, and I've been in car accidents before, but never where I actually see the person go down and my vehicle literally almost run them over. Okay. That is a thing that I'm not used to. I'm kind of still reeling from that. And that's why I wanted to make this video while it was fresh, so that you guys can kind of maybe get a feel for what I went through and give me your feedback too. So please do that in the comments. Give me a thumbs up also, and also subscribe to the channel if you don't already. And in terms of bikers, like let me also say, for this instance, believe it or not, where it happened is a place where they are currently building a long and high bridge that will overpass this entire road because they know it's a problem. I remember I was there with Denise recently saying, my gosh, look at these cars just go flying by, because the crosswalk is not at the, battery run low.